The following may contain graphic or disturbing content that is not suitable for all audiences. The events discussed are presented for educational and analytical purposes only. All individuals involved are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Viewer discretion is advised.
Bong.
Damn it! I had it.
I was watching the unmute.
I know. I gotta hide that from you. So that what I should do is unmute you or me, and then leave you muted, and then I can get it every time.
You could, yeah.
I could be a cheater.
Do me dirty.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you. I can just mute you right now.
Oh.
All right, we are on episode 15.
Ooh. I don't even know what the theme is today.
You don't? I haven't told you.
What's a surprise?
I haven't showed you the videos. I haven't told you what the theme is.
If it's anything but like my week, the theme is dumpster fires.
There's no dumpster fire. There is firing, but no dumpster fires. And then there's no fires. I have some of those videos. I have some videos on people pulling people out of cars that are burning and things like that. We'll get to those one of these days. But to start everything off, we are the Friday morning quarterback, Mr. and Mrs.
Quarterback.
Yay. And we collectively, so for new people coming in that are just listening or watching, so I highly encourage you watch this podcast. There are people out there that are just listeners, and all they want to do is listen to podcasts, and that's cool. You will benefit more from this one if you watch. You can catch it on Spotify or YouTube in video form, and then you can catch the audio everywhere, Apple and iHeartRadio and wherever else podcasts are found. But the purpose of this podcast is to cover military, law enforcement, and security content, and we cover that in such a way that is not judgmental and not second guessing and not, critiquing, but we do kind of break down some things like, why did this happen? Well, this is why it happened. And this is what it looks like. This is some alternatives that could have been done here based on our experience. And so my experience goes military, law enforcement, and security, oddly enough. And your experience
Law enforcement.
is law enforcement. And so we both have a pretty good idea of what we're talking about. And so that's what we do. You can catch all these episodes wherever episodes are found. And then you can even catch daily content on all of social media. So you go to the Facebook page for the Friday Morning Quarterback. You go to Twitter or X, I guess it's called now. You go to Instagram, you go to TikTok. All these places are going to have the uploaded clips. Not so much on Twitter. Twitter is kind of a pain in the ass because when I upload something, it has to be so many characters. I think it's like 255. And that's like saying hello. Like hello is like that long. And so sometimes I don't always upload because it's kind of a pain to do it. I upload a block, so like 5 different kind of clips at a time, and then schedule those every day. So every day gets a clip. Right now, I think the channel is scheduled out to, May 20th or something. So you're going to be seeing this episode on Friday, as all episodes are released on Fridays.
Hence the name.
Hence Friday Morning Quarterback. And the dailies, though, you'll be able to catch all the time. And they're going to be much shorter versions of the episode. So it's going to be one clip, breaking it down, one discussion, one topic, one something that's just going to be, at most 5 minutes. But some have gone longer. Some have been like 17 seconds. And so it really depends on whatever it is. So catch those everywhere.
I know, and I just realized you didn't show me the one that you said was going to make my blood boil.
Yeah, we talked about that last episode.
Pencil that in.
Yeah. What we have to do is get us both together like we are now, and record the reaction, because it's going to be a doozy for you for sure. I've kind of, I don't know what the word is. I'm kind of no longer feeling the emotions of anything I see.
You're
I'm dead.
acclimated.
I'm dead inside, because I see these things and I'm like, yeah, that's what happened. Like, I am not surprised. And then some of the things you see, you'll be like, what the F? Why did they do that? Why did they do this? And for you, you might be more critical, maybe not outward and saying it, but because we want to not be too offensive and critical. But yeah, that one for sure is going to be fun for you. It will be as good, if not better, well, maybe not, as our courthouse clip guy.
Oh.
So it'll be, yeah.
The guy I'm referring to as the current Walmart greeter.
Yeah.
So that's what his job should be.
The wheelchair, guy in the wheelchair wrestles the gun out of his hand, just pulls some like ninja move and disarms him and gets his gun. And yeah.
Yeah.
So there is, the other clip is bad.
Oh,
so.
good.
I can't wait. Can't wait to record. So we need to get you on a day off and we'll record that one. But last week, episode
14.
So we did episode 13 was spooky and scary because it was 13. And then Friday the 13th, right? And then the 14th episode was all about rescuing kids. And so we did a bunch of videos based on kids that were in circumstances where they, one was on a roof, one was like in a car that they had kind of pursued, and then they had to run up and grab the kid out of the car while the dog was biting the suspect. And so we did all those, a lot of videos. I'm not going to talk about each one, although I could. Each one had like, CPR, kid not breathing, different things involving rescuing kids. And so ultimately it showed a side of mostly law enforcement in that. Sometimes security might run into similar circumstances, but, it was kind of a different side to law enforcement that you don't often get to see.
Mm-hmm.
The news is not going to show you clips of officers saving kids. They're going to show you the clip of the officer shooting someone or punching someone or, doing something.
Right. And anytime you see those clips where, the cop does save the baby or the kid or whatever, and they're posted, then people are like, this is just propaganda.
Right. Yep.
No, this is people saving lives.
All the time. Happens all the time. It's like a daily thing. And people are like surprised by it. And that's why they're surprised, is because it doesn't get shown very often. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to make a whole episode about those kind of clips. And so that's why we did last episode like that. Now, this episode, I am titling In Hot Pursuit.
Ooh.
And so this episode is going to be all about chases, with the exception of our first clip. So you're going to see in this first clip, it's going to be based out of Myrtle Beach. And the reason I show this is because it is very recent and everybody is in an uproar over this video.
Oh.
So there were a bunch of community people who lost their minds over the reaction and how the officers treated the circumstance. The police chief, the police department, and the mayor actually back the officers.
Ooh.
And say they did something, which you almost never see. Usually when it's political and people are upset or whatever, you don't often see that kind of support outward from the department, from the city, from things like that. This is a little different. And so we are going to watch a clip where officers respond to a call of a fight involving a firearm. So automatically, officer safety is a concern, citizen safety is a concern, weapons are now a concern. So now you come upon people and you have to treat it like a threat, potential for a threat. And so how you talk to people, how you treat people, when you say get on the ground, you're going to say get on the effing ground, because this is a different circumstance than just walking up to somebody at a a mall, because they shoplifted, or walking up to somebody at a school because they jaywalked or whatever. This is a different circumstance. And so what you're going to see is a giant kind of group of teens, and it gets crazy out of control. Chaos.
Ghost like, I want nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm. Where are your parents?
Seriously, though, where are your parents?
Right. And so Myrtle Beach has a juvenile curfew. Now, this occurred before the curfew. So you have all these kids that are kind of in this disturbance, in this fight, whatever.
Melee.
Yeah, and then they roll up, and for whatever reason, they start, hooking up people and different things. I'm going to backtrack a little bit because I do like the girl's face. And
She's like, nope.
yeah, I think we need to highlight that little clip. And this girl right here, this way, is like, nope, I don't want any of this. This is getting out of control. This is not something I need to.
Like when somebody says somebody noped out, that's what that looks like.
She's like, and just walks right out of it. But what you're going to see in the background, though, is you're going to see these people getting physical with officers. So you've got officer down on top of one.
Mm-hmm.
You've got officer in the back is going to have one also kind of in custody. And then you have that other officer kind of running around, like pushing people off, and then pulls out his taser to kind of protect what's going on, protect the officers while they're doing their arrest, and keep people back. Which,
right, that's a big crowd of kids.
yeah. And if you look in the back, you'll see 20 of them kind of standing there with cell phones. And I imagine what's on that side is also on our side,
Mm-hmm.
So you've got another probably 15 there. So here's this one kind of runs in and starts swinging and kind of knocks into that one. And it's out of control. You got officer back there laying on the ground on top of somebody. So people are in an uproar over this, apparently the push more than anything, but how the officers treated this circumstance. Where are your parents? Yeah, so there's another crowd. It actually does turn around.
Where's that lady running to?
That was an officer running in
Yeah.
to assist. Yeah.
But then she ran past them and toward
I think
kids.
I think she was running past the first ones to go grab one that had been involved. And so ultimately 3 teens were charged. And so they were arrested and charged.
Good.
And like I said, the mayor and police department actually backed them.
Did they find a firearm?
They did not. So there were multiple calls that someone had a firearm. And so they probably treat it, they rolled up and they're using officer safety, probably, maybe close to their firearms. Maybe one even came with a rifle or something. Who knows, right? Mm-hmm. And so they're treating it a little different than just a group of kids. Like,
as you should.
Yeah, like Karen calls and says, hey, there's a group of kids hanging at the street corner. Like, okay, who cares? And so officers might roll up to something like that because their department makes them go to everything or whatever. And they're going to be a little nonchalant. Something like this. Yeah, something like this, vastly different. When you say guns and weapons and different things, officers are going to respond accordingly.
Well, and with multiple callers saying there's a gun. I mean, there's 40, 50 kids there. It could have been handed off to anyone.
Right. And there could be multiple people with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not even just one. So, so I think that went well. When I looked at it, you had all these people jumping on the cops, interfering, fighting each other, doing all the different things. If you push somebody back, that's fine. 100%. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the taser coming out. And generally speaking, especially in my realm now, which is security world, I'm not taking something out to influence or to threaten or do anything like that, because that could actually lead to criminal charges. But law enforcement, can utilize tools to get somebody to do something, coerce them into a certain behavior. When you take your firearm out and you point it at somebody, and you say, get on the ground, you are utilizing that tool to affect the psychology of the person to get them to comply. And, they may have had a gun and they dropped it. Well, you're still going to get a gun pointed at you and you need to get on the effing ground. And so I don't see any issue in the slightest bit with how they treated that.
No, the issue I see is, hey there, parents.
Right.
Maybe have a talk with your dumbass kids. Don't fight the cops.
Right. Yeah. Don't fight each other. Don't fight the cops. Don't be stirring up trouble like in public. I'm getting tired of seeing these videos of all these takeovers where like 300 teens go to a mall and they just run amok and they do a bunch of nonsense. Like, I'm just sick and tired of that. Parents, be parents.
Right.
We just had a fun conversation with our kid.
We are being parents.
About us being parents. Yay. We're so good.
Yeah. So we're going into this pre-stressed, if you will.
Yeah. So, and I had an energy drink. I had my Dubby. We haven't talked about Dubby in a long time, but I'm not going to do a spiel. But I had an energy drink first. So now I'm hyped up on energy and I'm hyped up on fun conversation with our son, who may watch this video.
We love you.
We love you. We wouldn't be having the conversation if we didn't love you. All right, so that's our start clip to just kind of get things going.
All right.
That's our little extra clip.
I mean, that lady cop did go running pretty fast, so this could be considered a hot pursuit.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what she was running after. It cuts out literally right there. The video ends. And so I don't know what she was after, but I know that for sure 3 people were charged. There may be more pending charges once they get a hold of videos. I assume there's body camera involved. This just happened on the 11th. So as of the time of the recording, 4 days ago. So who knows? Anything can happen. This one's a little bit older. And this is a December 4th, 2025 clip out of Houston. Now, there are a lot of things I think about in law enforcement. And there are a lot of things I think about cities. And there's a lot of things I think about departments and different things. Until I started doing this, never thought Houston, of all places, is a shit show. But they have so much going on. I have so many video clips that come out of Houston of just crazy, crazy nonsense. And this is going to be a wild video that is fairly long. Just the video clip itself is 13 minutes. And so we're going to play through it. We're going to talk as we go through it, try to minimize the pausing and interrupting because we got to get through it. But you're going to get multiple views. The first view, you're really going to get like a steering wheel for like most of it. And then there's going to be other body cameras of other officers involved. And then you're going to see all that stuff. And we'll talk about why that is. We'll talk about the body camera placement, all that stuff. But this is an officer that conducted a traffic stop, as one does, which is an everyday thing. You may stop 100 cars in one day, depending on how motivated you are. Nothing happens. And then there's just one time something might happen. And in this case, something crazy happens. So this is your officer reapproaching. We just found out the guy has
there's 2 more people in
has a
there
warrant.
and a dog, so.
And I don't want to pause start, but let's get the info out. So this is a suspect in the driver's seat that has a felony warrant out of Nevada. This is in Houston, Texas. So this is not a local person. And the charges, I looked this up and got the information. He was wanted on 13 charges involving minors, including sexual assault of a child, human trafficking, and aggravated kidnapping. He was out of jail because he had pled guilty to one charge and they were waiting sentencing and doing the courts.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy. And his other history, criminal history, is like as long as both my arms. But yet they let him out. And so he flees Nevada to Texas, and that's where they make contact with him. His mom went on the news and was freaking out and, it was, how dare they, and this, that, and whatever, and talked to the news and said her son was wanted on theft charges. He may have pled down to theft. I don't know, but
Theft of innocence.
right. There are a lot of charges for this guy that show up in the system. Like when I was doing the background kind of information, that's what was said. So either he didn't tell her everything, she didn't know everything, she's lying, or he's lying, or whatever. Something was up. But anyway, here's what happens when he reapproaches.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Bassey, go ahead and step out of the car for me, please. Step out of the car for me. Hey, step out of the car.
So it's a clue when they roll up their window and don't want to get out.
Yeah.
43 emergency traffic. Traffic stop for 1341. This is off felony.
So what you're seeing or hearing, depending on how you're consuming this episode, is he has now fled. They are now pursuing him. They air over the radio, direction of travel, that he's wanted on a felony warrant. That's what's going to authorize your pursuit, as one does.
That's the worst siren.
It is the worst, because it is one sound. And so when I used to chase, and I chased a lot, I would hit the horn. If I hit the horn button, it would change the tone.
Got a good felony warrant. We'll get a sergeant to authorize Fox K9.
Like, please, guys, switch the tones around. I don't know what this do-do-do-do
Seatbelt.
No, he tried to put it on. It looks like he put his seatbelt on. So this is going to go a while. This goes back to my previous statements of body camera placements. Most officers put it on their chest. You cannot see most things happening. You pull your gun up, it's blocking your camera. You drive, it's blocking the view. I wish they would go back to the head cameras, because then now you'd be seeing everything over the steering wheel. You're also going to be a little bit kind of, I don't want to say blocked, but when he gets out of the car, it's going to be hard to see certain things because of where the camera is. And I just cannot stress enough. Axon, if you're listening, if you're watching, please get us a good head camera. We need to go back to those. Siren is annoying. So what you're not hearing is a lot of traffic. They started with a lot of traffic, and then they don't.
Yeah.
It's very important that you do directions of travel. Hey, if you're going westbound on 92nd, you're going to say that you're still going westbound, you're passing the street, you're passing the street, you're passing the street. Keep everybody updated. Give speeds. Give traffic conditions. Yep.
Could be white Chevy Impala. He discharged a firearm.
So now you're shot at police.
We're going to be coming up to Megaman 34th.
So now you turned something possibly minor into something big.
Going westbound on
Attempted murder of
34th.
police officer.
Towards 290.
Yeah, people don't run like this for a theft charge.
Right.
One lane, approaching 290. Going westbound on
This guy's going away for a really long time. He knows that. And this is probably what's fueling his running. Also interesting is driving and talking with Mike. That's how officers have to do it. Now, people don't realize you might be driving one-handed, talking on the radio. You might have a firearm up on the steering wheel while you're driving. I mean, there might be officers, people freak out when the officer's on the computer while they're driving. I see videos. Oh, look at this cop. Look at this cop. That's normal. They're able to do that. They're able to focus on different things while they're driving. The average person doesn't train for that. And so I would not look at an average person on their cell phone texting as a good thing. If they're on the computer while they're driving, probably not terrible. Now what's going to happen is he's going to crash and then get out and run. So now the officer's out running after him. He's going to continue to drive first, then he's going to jump out. But he's kind of following him, jumping fences. And so there's a lot of chaos of, like, where is this guy? Is he going westbound? Is he going northbound? Like, this is where you start giving even the dispatches.
To a business just north of the Palisade. Black male, black hoodie. Got a firearm.
And I'll just pause real quick. But while this is going on, so he had crashed the car and fled with the gun, so they could see he has the gun. The other two in the car are apprehended by officers. Okay. So the officers don't leave the car and immediately start all chasing him. Someone stayed with the car. You're going to hear that later, but it's very quick, and I want to make sure people get that.
Well, and I like that this guy actually jumped back into his car, because we've seen so many where then they just go running. I'm like, but you're running so far. Yeah, take the car.
For like miles. And you're just sitting there running, and it's like, there's a funny clip from Southland, the TV show, where the prisoner takes off, so the officer runs after him for like blocks. And then the officer the other one rolls up the FTO in the car. And he's like, why are you running when you can just drive?
Yeah.
It's funny.
You went south behind the apartment. I don't see him going anywhere north.
Okay, so he went to the apartments.
What's the name of the apartment?
Now you're going to hear at some point the supervisor is going to go, let's start setting up a perimeter, because they kind of know where he's went. Again, he's fired at officers. This is now a big deal. And so we're going to get everybody out for it. This one's ready to go. He's got his hand on the door, ready to jump out.
Hey, get in if you need to.
I assume that was another officer who pulled up next to him. There's your supervisor.
He jumped a fence in the Palisade.
Northeast corner of the Palisade. I see him jump the fence going westbound in between the Palisade and a warehouse.
Yes, sir. What street?
It seems like a lot of the same information. I don't know that he was actually jumping fences this many times, but I think they're just rehashing the same information.
Yeah.
Until right now. So now you got an address. Supervisor again.
Go, boogie by the shop.
We got gunshots.
Shots fired.
So now we're going to go to a different body camera, and it's going to switch to multiple cameras. So this is the original officer that starts engaging the suspect that yelled at the other guy that just pulled up.
I think I'm grabbing him at 5828. 5828.
So
Hold
what
it right
bothers
there.
me
5828.
about this is, like, every time he talks, he drops his weapon.
Yeah.
And you've got shots fired already. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not critiquing him and saying he's wrong. I'm just saying I wouldn't lower my firearm. I would keep it up and use my other hand to talk on the radio. You can get into a sympathetic triggering thing, so make sure you have that finger out of the trigger. But, the firearm needs to be up and looking kind of across to this guy while you do your radio chatter. But you're going to see a lot of this officer drop the firearm, even when the shots are going off. It's just kind of weird to me, and I don't like it.
5828 west, 34th, 5828, 34th. Hey, hold it right there! Put the gun down! Put the gun down! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!
I'm all for trying to gain compliance with somebody with a gun. Not okay with continuing to do that because we shoot at you.
Hey, I've got him over here. Put the gun down, son of a bitch.
So we shot at him.
He just shot at me. He just shot at me.
So shoot back.
Yep, there he goes. So the officer's shooting back.
Shots fired.
What's funny is this alarm is coming from this car, this little truck over here. So just the kind of concussion,
Reverberation.
yeah, from the gun set the alarm off.
Put it down. Put it
I
down.
assume he didn't shoot it, the bad guy.
He's up against the building. He's up against the building behind the cars. Stay on that side. Stay on that side.
See, his gun keeps coming down. It's really bothersome to me.
Stay on that side. Keep that. Right there. He's on the white truck. By the white truck.
And like
Focus
this other,
on your AOR.
and this other one's got his gun close to his body. Like, get it out there. You're in a gunfight.
Right by the white, in between the Ranger and the Jeep. He's probably. He should be on the left side of the Jeep.
Okay, now both are up. You can't see a lot because of where the body camera placement is.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Keep him on that side. We got
How
him
amazing would it
surrounded.
be
You're
to
fine.
see across the firearm while this is going on?
He's going down. He's on the ground.
Gun cam.
Right there. Put him.
So now he's down.
What is he shooting at?
I think you can see the suspect
Keep his head
down.
down a little bit.
And then he said he's keeping his head down. So I'm not sure I would do a whole lot of
Just shooting.
hovering fire shots, suppression shots
Yeah.
to keep somebody down. That could end badly. This guy,
Clean your camera, man.
yeah, this guy has a rifle and he's no kind of games kind of business guy. He's gonna roll up and he's gonna start shooting at this guy. It's very oddly dressed too. Not really sure. These guys are like a task force or what.
Halo.
Good communication, good movement. Now he's shooting at the suspect.
Let me see your hands. Hey, cease fire! Cease fire! Suspects down! Suspects
Good
down,
shots.
laying down.
Kind of looks like this guy in the back might even be like a SWAT guy or something.
That's clear.
Might be what this guy is. So now, suspect's down. You fired shots. You've confirmed after you fire shots that he is down. He may not be hit. He might just be pretending, but you can at least confirm. And it's hard to see in this video, but there's a little black dot to the left of that black truck or whatever that is. That's the suspect.
Oh, okay.
And so what they're going to do is they're going to formulate a plan. They're going to utilize a shield and they're going to go up and contact this guy. But it's perfect because they're not rushing in. They're not jumping on him. They're not like doing kind of adrenaline work. They are slowing things down. I've talked about it on the podcast before. We've talked about it. We've talked about it on the channel. You can hype up, you can scream and yell and curse and whatever, and then you can drop down. And that's what these guys are doing now is now they're going to formulate a plan.
Hey, hold on just a second. Everybody clear the air. Suspect down. Clear the air. Stay where you are. K9, I've got control.
He's next to the Tacoma.
Everybody easy. Suspect's down next to the Tacoma. Driver's side. Stand down. Everybody back down. Hold on. Hey, I've got control. Hey.
So now you've got somebody taking like incident command. Okay, I'm going to be in command here. This is what we're doing.
Look at back of the car. Back of the car. Yeah.
You got alarms, you got sirens, you got all these things going on, but everybody's calm and cool.
Set up L. Set up L.
There's no rush.
Yeah, he's down.
All kind of irrelevant information. Don't need to know where he's at. We got him. He's there. Just listen to the radio.
Hold on, we got it. Yeah, you gotta help. Push down, push further.
clear. Hey, can you push on the left side of this pole?
Up to that, like that blue SUV up there. Get eyes
Suspect's
down.
going to be down. Head is going to be laying to the right.
That car.
The pistol, he had the pistol in his right hand, but
I got him.
Okay, good deal.
All right. Hey, listen. Here we go. What you want to do? Let me get this with you.
So they got the shield. They're going to use
Get
that to move
officer
up.
that's in front of us out of there.
Hey, Piper, get out of there!
And one thing we didn't learn, we didn't teach, we didn't practice, is pinning a suspect with the shield. You're going to see that in this clip. And I think that's a great idea. Now, it could be problematic if they reach back around the shield and start shooting, but this guy's down. And he's going to actually be shot in the head.
That's clear.
It's a good move.
Moving.
Yeah, push out left, get eyes.
I got eyes.
Do not move. Do not
So
move.
now you got a little bit of cover. Now he's going to move out.
Push up, ready? I'm up. Hit him with the shield, dude.
That's clear.
All right, let's do it.
Coordinating with the shield. Now they're on top of him with the shield. You got an officer doing the handcuffs. They abandoned the shield, whatever.
Yeah.
But now they're just grabbing that other hand and they're going to hook him up. And the shield is on his head. And when the shield comes off, there's a lot of blood. So I kind of edited that part out.
Sure.
But they're going to start rendering aid. Actually, this guy survived. So he gets shot in the face and it doesn't kill him. He actually was stabilized, taken to the hospital and stabilized.
Huh.
And
Now
so-
he gets to face justice for all of his.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Wrongs.
Face justice. That's funny. But anyway, so a couple things here. You have the pursuit, and then you have the shooting, the kind of a shootout. And then you have the kind of third, fourth, 12th officer respond with the rifle, and then ultimately kind of put him down with the rifle. Now, I see it all the time, and it drives me nuts. And it's law enforcement agencies that don't have rifles. I was the only one out of like 15 officers at one time that had a rifle. Literally the only one on my shift, only one on my days that I worked that had a rifle. There were maybe two of us. So there was an overlapping kind of swing shift and I was graveyard shift and there's like a couple hours of overlap. There was maybe two of us that had a rifle. Every officer needs to go through the academy, needs to learn firearms for pistol, shotgun, and rifle, period. It's like the hill I'm going to die on. That's the absolute statement I'm going to make. I am never going to say anything negative about rifles. They need rifles. In this case, that distance, and it looked like he even had like maybe a magnifier on there, so maybe a 2 or a 3X on there, so he's able to reach out a little bit further and get a clean headshot. And they're going to take his clothes off and realize he's not shot in the body or whatever, just in the head. And so every officer needs a rifle. Now, I have a rifle. You do not have a rifle.
No, I had a shotgun.
You could have my rifle, but they didn't send you to a rifle course.
Right.
And everybody needs to go through a rifle course. I don't care if you are the street guy. I don't care if you're the what do they call it? PIO, the person that talks to the news media. I don't care who you are. Everybody should be rifle, shotgun, pistol certified, period. And so they did a great job. They utilized cover as much as they could. And it's hard to tell from the body camera angle. You know, you've got a truck initially that's kind of off on an angle, and he's kind of behind it, kind of not behind it. What you can't tell from that angle is probably that he was fully behind cover and really just kind of looking over the truck. When I got in one of the officer involved shootings, I had a body camera up here. And what I did was I got on this kind of in the yard away from the wall of the side of this house. And I could lean my head and my firearm over and point it at the suspect as he came out of the door. And the camera saw everything perfect. What it didn't show is that I was behind cover and all that was out was my head because I like twisted my body in such a way. And so camera placement, when you see this stuff, you can't just view an incident and go, oh, that's awful tactics,
Yeah.
awful, whatever. Because what you see in the camera is not what's happening. And
Well,
so,
And now, I mean, we have the live view, so we can pull it up on our phones and see what our camera's seeing in live mode. And we can take our cameras off the mounts and just stick that out and see it on our phone what our camera sees, you know,
Right.
or put it on the stick and put it up in an attic and use it like you would the old school mirror to see.
yeah.
I'm literally gesturing right now to nobody.
Yeah, right. I had the same thing towards the end, is that the body camera, we could do the same thing. So
Yeah.
we could lift it into an attic. And I mean, back then we kind of had like to hold it. So your hand is up there, but we could do stuff like that too. And it was great. When I went into kind of the private field, I have a body camera now that I bring and carry with me if I'm ever doing uniform work, which is rare. But it has a screen on the back. And so I can actually like take it, lean it, be around a wall, and I can still see on the tiny little screen kind of what's in front of me. And so highly, highly recommend we get these body cameras that we're able to utilize technology with. The drones. I know that we have drone operators and all these different things. I would love that every department in Axon, I think is one of these big drone companies, should have the ability, I don't know if they do, but should have the ability to have officers view the drone footage while it's live, just like the body camera.
Yeah.
And, they pull it up on their phone, drone one, and they're able to see, oh, okay, so he's behind that. They keep telling me he's behind the shed. Okay, I see where he's at now. And when they approach, they can use that information. I think we need to get to that point.
Right.
So good all around work by Houston, and getting shot at and shooting back is not fun.
Nope. And someday, speaking of Houston,
Mhm.
we're going to have an episode dedicated to just their serial killer, non-serial killer, or whatever's happening in their bayou.
The swamp guy or whatever.
We've got like over 200 bodies.
Yeah, we might do like an informational kind of episode or something.
Right.
Something where we cover all the facts and cover all the footage and different things. But yeah, they haven't caught anybody as far as I know.
Mm-mm. No.
All right, we're going from Houston. We're going to come back to Houston later.
Mm.
But we're going to go from Houston to Sandy Springs, Georgia.
All right.
This is going to be April 9th, 2025. These are officers responding to a domestic fight between a male and female, what we would call domestic. In our state, it varies. And as they roll up, the officer's going to see, and it's hard to tell on camera, but he's going to see a female crying, upset, a male get into a vehicle, drive away as he's pulling up, and ascertain that this is the likely suspect for this incident. This video clip's about 5 minutes. Gets a little wacky with the pursuit, so we'll talk about that.
6503, white Kia just took off out of the parking lot of Bureau Grill southbound on Roswell.
So this raises questions in me. One, the officer rolled up. They don't have the victim on the phone.
Right.
Or
Do
with
we
an
have
officer.
charges?
Right. So my first concern is, do we have charges? Do we have a reason to go after this guy? Did what the witness say actually occur?
Clear white Kia southbound on Roswell.
Because it could lead to a shooting, and you want to be completely justified.
Check on all units, 10-3 on me, 2-3 on me.
I'm trying to catch up to it. I'm not in pursuit right now. We're going 285 westbound. So
I will tell you, officers, and I will tell the general public, when you go, that sound goes over the radio. So when you're saying I'm not in pursuit or whatever, like, I've had supervisors go to officers and be like, if you pull that again, you're getting written up because we can tell you're hauling ass
Right.
on the radio. In this case, he legitimately is trying to catch up to this guy. And there is some crazy traffic. For our audio listeners, this is a highway and there's 5 lanes, 6 lanes, all filled with cars. He's probably going 30 miles an hour.
Clear Charlie 65.
And nobody is getting out of the
Yeah.
way.
Nobody gives a shit.
Drives
Is that
me
his
crazy.
siren?
That's a siren, yeah.
That's awful too.
A warble, I think they call it.
move.
Right. None of them. Car. None of these cars are pulling over. And you're going to see that get even worse here when a second officer pulls up on the right. There we go. That one moved over. But nobody's pulling over.
It's wild. He's going this long without running into this car. Like
Yeah.
at this point, I'd be like, did he even go this way?
Yeah, he's on it now.
Charlie 55. I'm behind the vehicle. It's traffic's too light to consider as fleeing, but it's not.
I probably would look at this and go, he's failing to yield. Yeah, he's changing lanes, but he's really not being overtly kind of taking off.
Yeah.
But you have a marked car. You have this ridiculous siren. It's like,
Yeah, if you're that car, there's no mistake that you're the car that this cop is trying to pull over.
yes, and you're going to see
Traffic's heavy. It's not
what he
driving
says
recklessly.
here at the end.
Clear.
Looks like
Clear, the charges are fought.
no. This started out as an intoxicated driver, allegedly, and then the caller stated that the male was physically striking a female. When I pulled up into the parking lot, the male was tearing off out of here. Female standing in the parking lot crying.
So, let's talk about that. If it's me, I am going to go after the suspect. I'm going to say, hey, the maybe suspect is taking off. Maybe she's the suspect. Who knows? Can we get an officer to go with the other person, make contact with them, and find out more
If we
of the
have
story?
charges. Right.
So while I go to try to catch up, I'm not in pursuit. I want to know what happened. And by the time we get to here, hopefully the other officer is there, says, hey, he aggravated assault, struck her in the face with a pistol, whatever it is, like you have more information. And so that's crucial in law enforcement that we always get with a victim or witness as soon as we can. May make or break a pursuit, and may make or break literally everything that happens going forward.
We're still westbound. Speed's 31. Still not to the north side yet. Again, it's not driving recklessly. It's just not stopping.
I think it's safe to say he's fleeing because he's changed lanes. He's not stopping. Every time the officer gets behind him, he's not slowing down.
It's like not a hot pursuit, but like a tepid pursuit.
This is, yeah, this is
It's like a room temperature pursuit.
yeah, maybe a warm pursuit.
I've got units coming up on me.
This is like the,
Oh, hello.
this is
Don't
like
hit
when
each
you,
other, guys.
when you go to the hot springs and you dip into one, you're like, man, that one's just not very hot.
Or like you start the shower at 4:57 in the morning, and it takes
Still
like
cold.
a couple minutes to warm up.
So the other officer is on the right shoulder hauling ass. Nobody is pulling over. Still. Drives me crazy. Now he's in front. So he's trying to get this guy
Boxed
stop.
in. Yeah.
Right. Now this is overt. This is like we are in pursuit. We are getting to the point where we need to pit this guy.
Get up here on the side. We can box him into this wall. Go ahead, Chase.
So now you have third officer just showed up. So you got one alongside, one pulling to the front, an officer in the
Stand
back
by.
with the dash
Coming to
cam.
a stop here.
Let's talk about this. So he kind of pits him a little bit here.
Tiny bit, baby pit.
So I will never, well, maybe not never. If you have like a passed out driver, we saw that video that one time of the, I think it is short on it. It was the driver who's asleep and the vehicle is driving automatically or whatever. That is like one of those circumstances where maybe you box it in,
Right.
but you have a potential domestic violence, you have fleeing suspect, you have all these things. This pit, 100% appropriate. I would have done that a long time sooner, but I would never box a vehicle in.
I don't want to be that front car.
Right, or the sidecar or whatever, because he may have a gun.
Right, and we don't have that information.
Right. So you have the one officer that got out of the car. I assume he's still there. I don't know where this officer is. He's in a bad place because if there's shooting, there might be a crossfire situation going on, and he's going to take rounds in his car. And then you have body camera officer here aiming across the front of officer number 2 into the sunroof. The guy's like sticking out of the sunroof.
Keep your hands up on the hood on your belly.
You know how many times police believe you when you say I don't have anything? Zero.
It should be 0.
It should be 0. Literally no one cares that you don't have anything.
Climb out on your belly on the fucking hood. We know.
I was going to say that I wasn't trying to hurt nobody.
Listen to what he says.
Get on the ground.
Please don't bear my head.
Yep.
Just don't bear my head. Just don't bear my head.
He needs to have his head banged. But anyway, listen to what he says.
I didn't know you guys were chasing me. That's why I pulled up.
There is, I mean, wow. There was literally no doubt that you were the car, sir.
0% chance that they were, not after you.
I will take complete bullshit for 500.
Yes, Alex. We'll take that. But yeah, and it was funny you mentioned it earlier. Like there is no way he doesn't know. What does he do right when he gets stopped?
Was that for me?
Oh, I didn't know you guys were trying to stop me. That's why I didn't pull over. Okay, dumbass. So anyway, they hooked him up, and ultimately he was charged for all of the traffic stuff. So you've got the kind of fleeing and eluding. I think they did reckless driving or something like that. And then he was also charged with family violence. Now, in that state, I don't know if that means brother-sister, could have been a brother-sister situation, or husband and wife is considered family violence or something, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Here, we call it domestic violence for an intimate partner. And so he was charged. Something happened.
Good.
The officer must have went back and finally talked to somebody and figured it out. But it's crucial that we get with victims, witnesses. It's crucial we stay with vehicles, like in the previous clip where suspect with the gun who was shooting at police is running. Yeah, you want to go get him, but at the same time, you don't want to leave the car either. What's in that car? Are there more people with guns that are going to shoot at you as you're running after them? I saw a clip when that happens. The officer chases suspect one way. Someone gets out of the vehicle and actually shoots at the officer from the vehicle. Like they get out and start shooting. So you never know.
Well, and we talk about this at my job frequently, that the big sexy call comes out and everyone wants to be the guy or girl that goes after the bad guy and gets the bad guy.
Sure.
But somebody needs to go to the victim. That is equally important, because what do we have?
Right.
What are the charges? Do they have a weapon? Is there somebody else in the car? Like, get that crucial information. It might not be as sexy as being the guy that, or girl, chases the car, pits him, whatever, but
Right.
this is information that could save lives and jobs.
It could, and it could make or break a pursuit.
Or a case.
Yeah, and a lot of departments are not prone to approving chases. So you go to stop something, it takes off, they're like, cancel. But if an officer had gone to the witness, to the scene, to the victim, to whatever, and found out, well, actually, this guy has a explosive device, or, this guy was just shooting at somebody or whatever. Now they're going to be like, pursuit approved.
Yeah, authorized all day.
Yeah, you wrap that car around a tree. Like, there are things that you are then allowed to do. So it's vitally important you get all that information.
Or, hey, my infant is in that car and not in a car seat, or whatever.
Or he kidnapped the kid. So
And now we know that we're after a car, and maybe we don't want to pit the car on the highway if there's a child in the back or something.
Right. And this next video, so we're going to go back to Houston.
All right.
Because Houston is, I guess, getting into a lot of stuff. I thought I was bad where I was working. This is going to be from May 7th of last year. And this is going to be officers, I believe, were undercover or some sort of plane, undercover car, plain clothes or something, that observed a male leave a house with a helmet, vest, rifle kind of case. So the officers say, hey, can we get a uniform car to stop this guy, find out what the hell he's doing? And not illegal per se, but it's suspicious for sure. You carry a rifle case, not suspicious. You might be going to the range. Carrying a rifle while wearing a helmet and a vest, that's weird. And so for whatever reason, they go, they ultimately decide to contact the guy. He says something to them and then takes off. What you're going to see from the start of the video is they've gotten behind him. They're going to try to initiate the stop to find out what's going on. This is another lengthy video that we might skip a little bit of it because of time. I've got one more after this. So they go to stop it. Whoever's in the passenger side's like, hey, have him roll his windows down. They want to be able to see in the car. It's dark. Done that before too.
Yeah.
They go to make the approach. And as they make the approach, I'm going to start skipping a little bit, but he's just going to drive away. So he takes off. They engage in a pursuit where they then try to pit maneuver the car twice.
There's a car just in the middle of the street.
Right. So they took the bumper off. Go to pit it again, and he points a rifle at the window. So good on the officer.
Create some space.
Yep. Identifies that there's a gun. And what's funny is, it looks like these officers are going to swap drivers, which I've never seen in a pursuit before.
What?
Because you hear him get out, and then you hear him get in.
Go, Michael. Maybe it's like a recruit. He's like...
Maybe. FTO is like, I want to drive.
Yeah.
So he stops. There's some sort of shots fired. And then you heard boom, boom, boom. That's an officer shooting at the vehicle as it's driving away. You're going to see that body camera here in a little bit.
Get in the car! Get in the car! Get in the car! My camera fell off! My camera fell off!
His camera fell off in the bushes. You're going to see that here in a little bit.
Watch.
This is wild. It's like just all of this going on.
Serpentine. There's a semi up there. He's like, what in the hell?
Oh, dang. All right, so we're going to skip ahead to kind of that ending point in this video. It's funny if you watch this, I think it's this body cam, where he's going to get back in the car and the camera falls into the bushes. I'll try and catch it. So there's your pit. You saw the weapon.
I was gonna have Michael drive.
Right. Oh no, okay, it is the same driver.
Shots fired.
So this officer's gonna shoot. Now, he shoots over the police car.
Yeah.
The other one's shooting past the police car.
Get in the car! Get in the car! Get in the car! Hey, my camera fell off! That's right.
Michael.
My camera.
Classic Michael.
Right. So we're gonna skip ahead a little bit more.
Driver! Get out of the car!
Give commands, bro.
He's trying to get out. He's trying to get out. Driver! Get out!
This is a reminder to all law enforcement agencies in the world, turn your sirens off. Set it up so when you put it in park, the siren goes off so that suspects can hear your commands and officers can hear each other, because it drives me nuts. So now they turn the siren off.
They heard you.
They heard me.
Hands out of the car now. Hands up, all the way up, all the way up.
There's going to be some
Face away from us.
weirdness going on here.
Have him take his vest off.
More weirdness, you mean?
Right. So he's gotten out of the car. He's crashed into a ditch. It looks like he just crashed on his own. It wasn't, they didn't pit him. But You tell the guy, take
To
your
take his
vest
vest
off.
off?
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird to me. I get it. Like, hey, if I'm going to have to shoot this guy, I don't want him to be wearing a vest. I get that. I don't know if that's the thought process.
Triage what you got, guys.
Yeah, I want you to come back to me as soon as possible because I need to put you in handcuffs. I'm not too concerned about a vest or a helmet or whatever, but they're going to have him take his vest off, which could potentially have another firearm on it or something.
Well, and I don't want him reaching.
Right.
Like, what?
Which is what he's doing.
Hands back up, drop it.
Take your vest off, but raise your hands.
Right hand.
No.
We've seen this. I am never going to be supportive of the lift the shirt and turn around.
Just keep your hands up, and if you lower them, I'm going to shoot you.
Right. What if there is a gun? If there is explosives on him? If there's anything under that shirt, what are you going to do different by seeing that?
They're going to say gun, 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 and then shoot, even if he's not going for it, because
Right.
it looks like he's reaching for it.
Right. Listen, just put it in their hands up, have them walk to you. You can search them after that. Even though you don't see a gun when he lifts his shirt up, doesn't mean there isn't one tucked in the waistband. This is allowing him to see you, to know your positions, so that when he turns around the next time with the gun, then he's able to pinpoint his firearm, his shots at you because he saw where you're at. So just keep him facing away from you, bring him back to you.
Get your hands up. Get down.
That's my opinion.
Hey, those officers over there, get out of the street. Get out of the street.
Walk backwards and bend your voice. Keep walking back. I'll tell you when to stop.
Push right, push right.
Utilizing the PA, that's good. You got a guy with a shield over here.
Hands all the way up. All the way up, your hands.
I like this rifle that's between the shield and the door. He's got two kind of shields.
We got it over here. What? Stop.
And we're going to get another body camera view. Do a little skipperoo on this one. And there's his body camera. Yeah. Body camera falls off. We'll get another view. We'll skip this one too. And this one is now on the other side kind of the police car. Get another camera view. I'm not sure if this officer, because it's not clear on the video, fired through the windshield or took around through the windshield. You can see the windshield has a hole in it.
Driver, get out the car.
And it's possible those gunshots I was talking about earlier, not really big on shooting past a police car, to hit suspect vehicle that's fleeing. If he'd gotten out and you exchange fire and the police car's in the middle, maybe that kind of sucks. But as it's driving away, he's shooting it. Maybe the rounds is what caused him to crash. I don't know. But something to think about when you're hyped up and you're shooting at somebody. And then we're going to get last camera.
Med bag. We're gonna get you a med bag. Just what y'all do? You get the murders out the police department. Quit fucking them young hoes in the police department. That's what y'all do. Hey.
Yeah, quit fucking them hoes, guys.
Whoa.
I don't know what you're doing in Houston, fucking them hoes, but this guy says don't.
We're gonna get you medical help. Just relax. Y'all quit fucking the woman in the police department. Y'all, all that's gonna get out. Y'all got murders in your fucking police department, dude.
Sarge,
What the fuck y'all do?
Sarge. We need, give me a scissors. Somebody give me a scissors. Hey, where's
And scissors.
Cause y'all were fucking them hoes in the police department. And y'all got murders in your fucking police department.
His wife is on the south side over there. Just be careful. Okay.
Ain't nobody in there, man. Ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Stop, Sarge. We gotta get him medical. Turn around. I'm gonna cut your shirt.
Man, you know what? Thank you for being nice. I want your information.
Well, he's very upset about them fucking them hoes and murderers in the police department, but he does tell this officer he appreciates his professionalism and for helping him. Now you can see there's actually a round that looks like it went through his back. They're going to cut it off and then the video stops. So we'll just leave it here, but it gets bloody and whatever. We don't want to show that because YouTube and social media sucks, but ultimately he's charged and everything else for the attempted murders and different things. But he was going to do something. The way he's acting, the way he's talking, just his mannerisms and everything else. He's very upset at the police for something. I don't know what they did to them hoes, but something happened in Houston. Yeah, I know.
Fuck those hoes.
He was fucking them hoes in the police department, and the murderers they got. Let me tell the general public right now that just because an officer shoots another person doesn't mean it's a murder. It could be self-defense, and that happens a lot. So anyway, the next video clip is going to be a lot faster, but it is going to be out of St. Johns County, Florida, as they go to, make contact and talk to this guy. He's going to flee, and they're going to engage kind of a pursuit. What I like about this clip is that it
have a picture of your ID?
has a lot of resources. So you've got officer with body cam, you're going to have a helicopter, you're going to have different things in it.
You come back here with me, my man. I'm just going to get all your information while you're back here with me, okay?
Nah.
Not today. That happens a lot.
You just see it in his face.
Right. So he didn't have an ID, apparently. He took off. They're going to go
He's going the wrong way in traffic on 95.
off-road to chase after him.
I got you, go.
They're going to go to try to pit, sort of do. Crashes into the median. The officer looked like he almost crashed into a pole. So now you're going to have suspect running. So there he goes. An officer chasing after suspect, as one does, following a pursuit and a crash. Now, what you're not going to notice is, well, you will, because you'll see it, but they're going to check this car also while officer is running, which I can't stress enough to officers that we need to do. So he was running after suspect into the woods. Other officers check the car.
Driver Mike, very short, close crop hair, middle-aged, around his 40s, light blue shirt, light pants. We're going northeast into the woods.
He just stole a white van. He's headed back towards the IGP.
He just stole a white van.
Traffic out of Atlanta.
So, suspect runs through the woods. This is Florida, so you're going to see exactly why it's Florida here shortly, because they're going to end up in a swamp. But he ran through the woods, finds a car that's probably some employees running it, had it running, loading the back, because even the door's open. And he's going to jump in and steal the car.
Oh, he stole a white van.
Stole a white van.
Travel. He's
Helicopter's on him, though.
threading the middle. If we can get stop sticks located at north of US 1 and south of US 1, looks like he's aiming to go northbound, approaching the intersection of US 1.
They are going to get stop sticks out, and they are going to be successful.
On the train tracks, northbound on the train tracks.
You're not
He's
a
on
train,
the west side
sir.
of the train tracks, traveling on the gravel side,
hauling
northbound, northbound on the train tracks. I believe he's losing the tires.
I didn't catch it, but the wheel comes off, goes flying in the woods.
Bail, guys.
So now he's going to bail.
Running into the wood line.
Come here! Give me your hands!
I really hope that they called the train company and said, hold your trains, because this vehicle is on the track.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely going to get hit. The police car might get hit too.
Show me your hands!
Still northbound along a trail paralleling northbound.
If you
among
hear a
the,
helicopter while you're running,
train
just
tracks.
give up,
Yeah.
because they're going to find you. So they're tracking him through
Diving
these
into the
bushes.
Looks like he might be gassing out if you
Landed.
guys are still up with him.
Win it right here.
About 50 yards to your
Boy, the
left.
crocodile.
In the bushes. To the west. To the west.
Watch out for them gators.
30 yards, he's going to be on your right-hand side.
What's
Tucked
the
in the
matter with
bushes.
his Abdul?
30 yards on our right. In the bushes. 10 yards.
You're Henri.
So now, new resource has entered the game. Now you got a canine. So the canine's going to be used. You've got thermal, so they're able to pinpoint where he is.
Yeah, get him.
Yep, there goes the dog. He's on him.
Yeah, you did this, buddy. We got to get you out of here now.
Yeah. Walking through the swamp. So what started as, I don't know if you had a warrant, I don't know what his initial, it didn't have any information on the clip or with the clip, but probably, you know, something minor. I'm sure it wasn't major. Led a chase, added more charges, stole a vehicle on top of what he already did, runs from police. So now he's got all these new charges and gets bit by the dog.
Love it.
Yeah. So complete dumbass and wet. So now he's going to be wet.
With swamp water.
Swamp water in his, you know, he's going to have some swamp ass. And he got bit by the dog at the same time. So not a good day for him.
Could have picked up some ticks too, running through that swamp.
Leeches, you know,
Come on.
like Stand By Me. Yeah. He's going to pull some leeches out of his, you know, whatever.
Crevices.
So, anyway, like I said, if you hear the helicopter, just give up. You're
Right.
not going to get away.
No.
So,
And they're so loud.
They're so loud.
Come on, guys. You can hear it.
You can.
You can hear your fate. Just stop.
You can. It sounds like when you hear that, you know. So that's it.
All right. 15.
15. That was our In Hot Pursuit episode. Did you feel like there was a lot of hot pursuing?
All except for the very low speed pursuit.
The warm pursuit that occurred? The lukewarm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then obviously the craziness with the teens in the first episode, or first video. So yeah, that'll be it, guys. We are going to be kind of extra long on this one. We did quite a few clips and quite a bit of lengthy clips, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes these episodes last about 45 minutes. This might be one of our longest ones. So anyway, any outgoing tidbits, anything you want to add?
Not really. Just parent your kids. And if you hear that helicopter, give up.
Yeah. Or the
You're
dog.
done.
If you hear the dog barking.
If you hear the dog barking, please keep running because we want to see it.
And officers and departments, please send us your footage of your dog bites.
Oh, and Murphy, we still want you on the show.
Murphy, from a couple episodes, if you're new here, we did have a dog bite episode, and
Murphy's a
was
good
on
boy.
there. Murphy was a good boy. So anyway, thanks for listening or watching or however you consume this episode. We will catch you on the next one next week, Friday. And to be determined on theme, we'll see, but we'll catch you on that one. Have a good one.